Many people are unaware of the idea of prehab, and when it comes to physical therapy, that's what we're talking about. So how does it work? But most importantly, how can it benefit you? So joining us now, we have Brooke and Cameron with Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness, and they have all the details on what we need to know. So good to have you in studio today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
It's
and
nice to be back.
It really is good to have you here. And so I read it, prehab. I haven't heard that word before. What is it?
Well, prehab is exactly what it says if you break it down. It's before the rehab process. Most people think of physical therapy and they think physical therapy is what I do to rehab from a surgery. But what a lot of people don't know about is how much you can benefit and how your outcomes can really improve by really paying attention and getting your body in the best shape possible and getting yourself most prepared for what is a really traumatic experience for the body, which is surgery.
Yeah, so if you go into it stronger, you come out of it hopefully stronger.
Well, you got it.
All right, there it is.
Yeah.
And so why is it important that we need to be doing this, or people need to be doing this?
Yeah, well, I think we kind of alluded to it a little bit, but the state of our tissues going into a surgery make a huge difference. And we have a lot of different tools at Apex that can help you with determining if your muscle tone is maybe too high before you're going in, or if your brain has sort of forgotten about that body part, because disease processes and dysfunctions can kind of help us just sort of forget and find a different way to move. And so to clean up those problems and just kind of improve our outcomes on the end, which could in the end save you some money too, because maybe it doesn't take as many visits.
Feel better, save money. I like how all of that sounds.
Right?
And so what would it look like if someone's coming in for a prehab visit? What can they expect?
Well, Brooke kind of alluded to some of it. Of course, we're going to try to look at some of the physical impairments or the physical issues that are present that we can address at that moment. So that might be swelling, edema, strength, mobility issues, or just overall fitness and endurance, the things that we can address before the surgery. But it's also the other part, the mental part, right? Us physical therapists, we get the opportunity to spend a lot of time with people with our visits, a lot more than the docs get to. So it's about being able to visit and converse with the patients, get their expectations about what's to be coming up so that they're in the right mind frame, and be able to answer the questions so that you're kind of getting yourself ready for this thing that can be really a hard thing to mentally grasp.
And so I just want to go to what's on the people's screen right now. So just kind of explain a little bit of what that all means. We've got some check marks, some X's. What do people need to know from this?
Well, there's a lot of different surgical procedures that physical therapy can be really helpful for, and some that we don't often think of even, like a C-section. So I am a pelvic rehab therapist, and we have a whole team of therapists who also rehab. So this is an example of just all the same traumas happen, yet we don't think of rehabbing after an abdominal surgery is another great option, or a C-section is really traumatic, and we often don't follow up with any rehab like we would maybe on a more likely rehabilitative surgery like a knee replacement or something like that.
But it is considered a major medical operation.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't want to feel good going into it and out of it, that's for sure. And so knee surgery, is that another common one that you all deal with?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
We see a whole lot of orthopedic surgeries, and when we can get ahead of it and see them beforehand, we're seeing great outcomes after.
In particular, the joint replacements, those people really benefit from prehab because they're mostly still functioning, right? They're in some pain, of course, and that's why they're having the procedure, but they're not walking around on crutches. They're not in a condition where they can't put weight on it. So there's a lot of things that we can do with them to get them better prepared for that surgery and get better outcomes quicker.
And so we talked about C-section, knee surgery. What are some of the other ones that maybe you would recommend? Okay, if you have this coming up, you might want to see us beforehand.
Yeah, one that's really come up, and we have some great testimonials to support it, is actually with prostatectomy. So males.
Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, okay. So it's pre-prostate surgery. So if you're having some issues beforehand with maybe urinating or noticing you're going to the bathroom all the time, you should definitely get to your doctor and get that checked. And sometimes if you're told you're a surgical candidate, coming in and learning how to do a proper Kegel, because most everyone is doing them incorrectly, and we have some great technology that helps promote your privacy yet teach you how to do a proper Kegel. So that's another one of them. You probably got more than you asked for there, huh?
No, I mean, I think it's important when it comes to our health that we talk about all those things because,
Absolutely.
I mean, if it affects you, that you need to take care of it. So, yeah, I think it's a great topic. All right, Brooke and Cameron, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having
And
us.
with Apex Physical Therapy, we'll have more information from them on our website. You can find that after the show. But coming up here on today's show, we are talking with Dr. Adams. We're going to find out more about his new plastic surgery center in Fargo. Stick around for that.